How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have some rate cuts. We have some entities buying a lot of Bitcoin. I want to go through that, talk about what's happening in the market here today. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, there are going to be a couple links underneath the video in case you want to trade cryptocurrency using leverage. There's a link to MargeX, and there's also a link to CoinW where they're giving a massive airdrop, 100 million jungle tokens. So you can check those links out underneath the video, and let's get into it. So the crypto market is about where it's been for the last couple of days. It's interesting because we saw a nice push right when the market opened, or right ahead of the market open, where Bitcoin went up to 66.4. Now we're at 64.9 again. So big push, then fell right back down. If we look at let's look at the 5-minute here. Like I said, it was quick. Just a few hours, boom, straight back down. So most likely some liquidations coming, some people selling or buying the ETFs, obviously, as the market was opening. So yeah, there's a little bit of volatility, but still stuck in the same range that we've been stuck in for a while here, right at 65,000. We did get some news, though, that some entities are buying Bitcoin, which we'll talk about a little bit further in the video. But Switzerland, their central bank unexpectedly cut the policy rate to 1.25% from 1.5%. This is after going down back even last winter. This spring they cut, then they held for a couple months, and then they cut again. So this is their second rate cut after hiking back in 2022. Bank of England kept their interest rates at the same 5.25%. Now, in the recent history, we have seen Bank of Japan, and we've also seen Canada cut their interest rate. So in my mind, it's only a matter of time until the US cuts their interest rates, which would be great for risk-on assets. It would get money flowing through the system again. Some people don't want to wait that long. MicroStrategy just acquired an additional 11,931 Bitcoin for 786 million. So they had about that 700 million from convertible notes. They must have had a decent amount of money from cash flow because they upsized it to 786 million and they bought at 65,883. So now they hold 226,331 Bitcoin at an average price of 36,798. So they're up significantly still, almost $30,000 per Bitcoin. So at maybe 80% or so on their Bitcoin holdings there. And they're one of the largest holders in the world. And Michael Saylor continues to buy more and more, which, does diminish how much new supply is really coming to the market because he's just swallowing it up and holding it for the long term. Now we'll get into a little bit more news on the supply in a bit, but first let's talk about EtherMail. One thing that is really frustrating in today's day and age is how many spam emails and spam comments we get. I mean, just look underneath the video. There are tons of them. And why does that happen? It's because there's no barrier of entry. There's no cost to send an email. And in an AI age, well, you can get a lot of spam comments and emails sent, and eventually there's ROI there. However, one company in crypto is trying to fix that, specifically with emails. EtherMail is trying to fix that by allowing you to get paid for invading your inbox. So basically, when someone sends an email to you, they have to pay with EMT to get through the wall so that you don't get spammed with more and more marketing. There's also a privacy wall where you can set custom preferences around designated content. Now, to be clear, this is a partner of the channel. This is something that's really interesting. It launched recently. Actually, Crypto Banter just talked about it. There are 320 billion emails sent every day. You can't kill email. That's why EtherMail brought it over to Web3. And just a few days ago, they launched on Gate.io, MEXC, BitGet and Uniswap. Now, since they launched, their token price has gone down, but alts have also been slaughtered. over the last week. So this is one that I'm really watching. I may be picking some up of this really soon. And as you can see, it's on Gate.io, Mexi, BitGet Global, and Uniswap. So it is relatively easy to buy. They are partners and sponsors of the channel, so always do your own research. There are links to them underneath. Okay, so we talked about how Michael Saylor's taking a lot of the new supply off the market. I mean, that's just a massive buy. But as you can see here, minor reserves plummet to lows not seen since 2021. Basically since the last halving, when they were selling out at new record high prices. We have not seen the supply come this low in a while. So naturally, if there's not much supply left, there's not as much selling pressure left, which means that eventually, if entities continue to buy, the price will most likely move up. And why is it always going to continue moving up? I have people ask me, like, is there a top for Bitcoin? Can you see Bitcoin at $1 million in our lifetime? And I say, yeah, definitely, because there's no top to the national debt. Countries continue to print more and more money. We're almost at $35 trillion. Okay, that's over $103,000 of debt per citizen in the US. And this is just one country. Think about every other country in the world. All the debt piled on itself. Yeah, we need some kind of asset that does not get inflated away and get abused by the powers that be. Now, I will say, I am going to Bitcoin Nashville. If you want to go to Bitcoin Nashville as well, I'll have a code underneath the video and a link. You can use My Financial Friend, and you can get 10% off. And if you use Bitcoin, you can get 21% off on top of that. So you can click that link. Also, not something super important, but TJ Miller is going to be at the event. He's going to be a speaker. I didn't realize he was into Bitcoin, but a fun fact, if you don't know who this is, you would probably recognize him. He's been in a handful of movies, but he's in Silicon Valley. Really, really funny show if you haven't watched it already. I think it's on HBO. I watched that back in college before I was into crypto or before I knew much about Silicon Valley, the area, and it's actually hilarious. I loved that show back in the day, so definitely check that out. But yeah, you might be able to see someone famous talk about Bitcoin, which would be kind of cool. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me know where you're sitting right now with Bitcoin sitting at 65,000. Are you kind of complacent? Let me know down below in the comment section. Overall, I think it's a pretty good day. Even though there's a lot of red, we're just continuing to improve fundamentals, and I'll take it. You know, if we go down to $60,000, we're going to be okay. Right? We're going to make it through. We're going to have another leg up. People are complacent. People in the comment section are saying we're going to 45K. We're going to 30K. We're going down to 0. But I don't think so. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Check out the links underneath. I'll see you in the